Okay. Welcome. Welcome to our Thursday, the business of gut health. So, this has been really an exciting month. I know there's a lot of wins with the team here, and earlier this month, I'm gonna introduce a new friend from Canada, and she's going to share her story. Earlier this month, we did a Canadian trip for the top earners in Canada, the top 50. So it was a pretty big deal, and so Brenda and I got to be on that. So we were super excited to meet up with just so many amazing people, amazing stories, and it was really exciting. And I had my son with me. She had her hubby, so it was great. Um, so first, I thought I'd get started and just go over the business of Plexus and welcome everybody to our Thursday call. And this is a great call. I know it's not necessarily a lot of people can jump on live. Love it when people can. Um, but it's a great call. We record it. And then I know it's a wonderful tool to send out to your teams too. So that's why we really put a lot of effort into getting just the most wonderful people to share with us and give their story to inspire. Our goal is to show you why we chose Plexus as, for our health, but also as a business opportunity, how we do it. And then if you like what you see at the end, we will give you the steps to get started. So why Plexus? Plexus is a really a top choice for a home business. It's very important to know who you're partnering with, especially in today's market. A lot of them are not surviving the restructuring in the market, in the digital space, in the click and order, brick and mortar space too, and how it spans all that. So it's just very important to understand you're with somebody, the culture of your company, besides the compensation plan. So a lot of us have been with Plexus almost a decade, just because, not because there's not a lot of other opportunities that come along and they're always pulling at you to check out, but nothing has ever matched up to this amazing kind of the OG of the gut health industry. And they were the first ones when it wasn't even a household name yet. It's a really a pioneer in the gut health industry, really establishing itself as the original. So that's always exciting. Who they're backed by is huge. They're an independent company, so they are not owned by any shareholders. So it's pretty cool. They're backed by Morgan Stanley, if you understand the importance of that, really cool. As a place to work, Direct Selling Association best place to work. The DSA is a great guide on all of that. And so the fact that Plexus even makes it in the top, much less winning it, is huge. Their ethics are very superior. The when you meet the owners at events, they mingle with you. It's just the stories are incredible of people they didn't even realize that was the owner or the CEO, and they had just sat at the table to chat with them and see why they chose Plexus. So it's pretty exciting. So that's really important. And then one of our huge benefits too is that we're highly philanthropic. So we give back in Canada. It's Mary's Meals, and in the States, it's Feeding America. And so it says 47 million meals since 2018. So some of the products give back when you buy a bag of the protein. The protein drink, it's all good, giving back to feeding the hungry. So that's really pretty amazing when you kind of get into the nuts and bolts of it. And we have got just the best opportunity. And I'm going to show you this, and then I'll pause it and let Brenda take over. Um, Oops. What do we do there? I just wanted to show you here. Sorry, it was my little forward here. Wanted to pause it there. So what we have different options for making an additional source of income. Some people just want to try the products. Most people, for me, they want to try the products and then they're like, oh, this is really good. I can't really afford not to be on these. I don't ever want to feel that bad again. So then they will, I'll I always offer the opportunity to help get their products covered. From there, do you need to make a little extra cash? And of course, we're hitting the holiday season, so that's super important. That's forefront on everybody's mind. So it's a wonderful time to explore the opportunity and to really share it with boldness because so many hurting people right now, health wise, financial wise. So these are some different options of what you can make a month. Depending, there's business builder ranks and all that to reach. And for most people, that just grows very organically because it's become so exciting. How would you not share it? So that is one thing I have loved about it. And I will ask for Brenda now. She is from Alberta,
Yes.
Canada, and we met, like I said, in Jamaica.
Mhm.
And I just thought it'd be so fun to hear her story. And I want to thank you so much, Brenda, for hopping on, taking time out of your busy day. I'm going to stop sharing this, and then I'm going to go ahead and take it
All right.
away, Brenda, and tell us your
Ah.
Texas story.
Yes. Well, thank you so very much for inviting me to be here with you today. And yes, Rebecca, it was so awesome to meet you. That is just one key point with Plexus that really tugs on my heart is the people, the relationship. So I did write it out because I sometimes can go on a tangent. So if I look away, please, I'm not ignoring you. So anyways, again, my name is Brenda. I am 54 years young, and I'm going to share all that I love about Plexus. So I started Plexus just for my health about a year and a half ago, and I was one of those skeptics. I stopped and started, is it working? Is it not? Can I afford it? I had the opportunity to share to get my products paid for, and I'm like, nope, nope, hands up. I was that skeptic. But when I was on them, everything in my body worked well, like a well-oiled engine. So ended up coming back and I have stayed. So once I started being consistent, um, not only in my health got better, but I had so many people even just compliment. And then that helped me make it easier to share about it because people could notice a difference in me. So my friends, my uplines, Teresa and Amanda, I don't know if you've heard of their names. Amanda Simmons is quite well known. Anyways, they would always ask me, do you want to share? And as I said before, I was like, nope, not doing that. I've been in direct sales. I've tried every company under the sun. I'm not doing this. Don't ask. And then because I was enjoying the product so much, they said, well, if you at least got a few people, you could get your products paid for. Well, that was a light bulb. I'm like, well, who's going to say no to that? So I did. I tried that with their help. They would help. I would ask questions about the products. I would do my research. I'd learn about it. They'd help me with verbiage. Um, just their support, never mind Plexus company, but their support too was very unconditional. And like, boom, I kind of made that $400. So, and all I did was just share my wins because, like I said, people would comment, oh my gosh, you look like you're glowing now, or oh, your skin, or, I see you're not running to the bathroom every 5 minutes, just things. So it was easy to share my wins. And, as you get into the business, you will meet people, you will hear their wins, and everybody is just like, yeah, share my story because it's incredible when you feel crappy and whether you get into the menopause, whether you have issues like your IBS, all that kind of stuff, it's not the norm to feel like that. And I know myself, excuse me, previously I didn't feel like this, but you turn 50 and it's like everything falls apart. And I just knew it wasn't the norm, but I wasn't sure what it was. So years of medical testing and being a pincushion, Plexus has, makes me tear up. It has given me my life back. It's the products are amazing and nobody should feel ucky. And when you get told that's the norm, that is wrong. Absolutely wrong. So, anyways, I will sorry, get back to my story. Sharing and not only does Plexus, as you had mentioned before, Rebecca, that it's privately owned. it's debt free. They are huge on recognition. And like every month, there's incentives, there's trips. So Rebecca and I got to meet in Jamaica. I actually got to earn, it's called Canadian Silver Star Builders. And I got flown to Arizona with my hubby and got to see head office, the heart of the business. Um, yes, there's Apple watches, there's Ray-Ban glasses, like the list goes on. Like there's stuff that you can earn, and it's not difficult because all you're doing is sharing your story. And I just recently, again, came back from Jamaica, and I am going to be going on the Bahama cruise in February. So over and above Plexus, what I love about it for me is it fits in with my lifestyle. I mean, I'm a Plexus for life. I take my drinks everywhere I go. I have samples with me everywhere I go because you can run your business the way you want, which I love about Plexus. You are not, okay, you got to have 2 parties booked this week. You got to have this much inventory. Like you can do whatever you want. You can, I'm more of a people person. I, I'm not the greatest on online. I'm working on that, but I have samples with me. So when we are out at work, which I work full time with my husband in our oil field business, we're out there working and one of the guys is complaining his back is sore. And I'm like, oh, have I got something for you? Right. Like, and I just start talking and I've even got a few of the oil guys, up under my, as customers. So th being able to share and work it the way you want. I'm a babbler. I hand out my pink samples. Somebody might not be. Maybe they're great at the online vendor events. So what I love about Plexus is you make it unique to you. You make it work for you. You can do it 8 hours a day. You can do it 20 minutes a day. You can do it once a week. You can do it 5 times a week. Like you can make it fit into your schedule, which is huge. And as it grows, you may want to add a little bit more, or, maybe you still want to keep working full time and just boost up your retirement income. Like, the flexibility is huge. There are no requirements. You can just go with it, do what works for you, what feels good in your heart, and just go. So the other thing that really got to me, which I love about Plexus, as I said, I work full time with my husband, so we are self-employed. And in April, just this last year, I had to have elbow surgery, and it didn't really bother me until I came home with, my arm in a sling and not being able to use it for, I think it was, I don't know, 8 weeks. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't work, and I'm not getting an income now. So what am I going to do? So one-handedly, I sat on the couch with my blankie and my phone because you can work off your phone. And I was still able to make my car payments. I was still able to get my groceries. It was it was a huge eye opener. So it just really fulfilled me that I can still work and now I can do the Plexus sometimes more than others, like depending how busy we are with our job. But again, that flexibility and having that income come in. I'm not worrying about, oh my gosh, my Jeep payment's not going to go through, like that kind of a thing. Or, sometimes now that I am back at work and or I have a physio appointment and sometimes they run late, I sit on my phone, I send out 3 or 4 messages. Like it's kind of fun and you get to meet people. So that was really good for me. Knowing that it, it's still work, but I can at least still make my payments and buy my groceries. So the other part of Plexus that I really truly love is the relationship part. It's meeting people, it's meeting all of you, it's meeting new people, and it's also reconnecting with some of your family because you kind of go in that mindset that, what, maybe they don't need it or they haven't talked about it and you just sort of ignore them, right? But, you reconnect with people and the relationships and, maybe sometimes you talk to them and it's because you saw they got a new dog or, you don't always have to talk Plexus, but meeting new people and then if they do get into Plexus and they feel better and seeing their wins is absolutely priceless. Like uh, it's the best feeling ever to see somebody just feel better, not that norm of, aging. Um, and then the ones that, do want to do the business part, like helping them. I just had a really young mom. She's a single mom with two little boys, and she started up as an ambassador. And she sent me a message last week, and it just made me cry. But her words were, I am over the moon, so happy. I went grocery shopping with my little 2-year-old, and I was able to buy a few extra treats for my boys. First time ever. And that is huge. Just by sharing, sharing, like, our products are amazing. She's able to financially start working to get ahead. So that is great. So yes, for me, Plexus has helped my health. I am no longer that pincushion. I feel awesome, and it is helping me financially. But the joy from helping others is something that I don't even know how to explain it. That just fulfills my heart more so than anything. And I plan on yes, I do work full time, and I'm also going to school, but I'm a Plexer for life to take the products, and the way the company treats us as people, not just a number for their bank account. Like, they call you by your name. And like you said, Rebecca, Jean will come and sit down and start talking to you. You have no idea. Like, they just, it's so, ah, it's just amazing. And so I plan on, continuing with this, even when we do get to retire in a couple of years, just because it still gives me the chance to be with people. I love my husband dearly, don't get me wrong, but you know what? I still get to have people contact. I can still do things. And, if you get to earn a trip once in a while that you don't have to pull out of savings, who's going to say no to that? But yeah, it Plexus is just it is truly amazing. I have done a few other companies before, and they all have their perks. They all have different things for different people. But if you're wanting to feel good and show good and actually make some money, this is definitely the company to look into with our comp plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Brenda, that was so perfect. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome. You're
Um,
welcome.
you hit on a lot of really key points. So thank you. Um, I love it. I love how you're an example of fitting it into an already full life, like business life. It's crazy. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
good for you. Um,
Yeah.
before Babette's just going to share with us real quickly too, but before she does, being what Brenda mentioned about that new mom starting, I've just got to show you here really fast. Uh, let's see. I just want to show you what we've got this month is unbelievable. Oops, let's see. No, where's the next one? We'll get it yet. Okay. Okay. So what happens is when you really want to introduce this month because it's the biggest, I think it's the biggest deal of the year. When you with our free reset that's offered for November, like for us in Canada, it's $120 value. In the States, it's a $90 basically you're saving. I mean, it's just really huge. So basically you can start today, get three people to try it with you and you will make the 210. It's actually way more than that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fast start. Yeah. Fast start. You'll make 300 over 300 US dollars. You get eight people this month because of the different bonuses for four and for eight. You're already at 1,100 dollars almost US for us. There's a few of us Canadians on here today. So plus it's like we have one more month to work for this free cruise, and it's actually still possible to earn it just starting now, this week. I really believe that because we had some new people start it the first of the month, and they've already earned it. So it's pretty. I just love the opportunities, the options there. So I would love Babette. I just wanted to throw that in since you had mentioned that. I just think it's so important to know the opportunities, no ceiling on the opportunities with this company, and that's just scratching the surface. So Babette, can you just share with us for a minute um, how you took off? Like you're just rocking it.
Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background on how and why I came in, and then I'll talk a little bit about those bonuses things because of the amount of money you can make in a month. Like that is huge. But with me, I listened to my girl for 9 whole years before I really bought in. Okay. If you've been on a call with me before, you already know she gives me stuff about it all the time about, well, you took 9 years. So these people might take a few years, you know? Uh, so I really can't say a lot about people who don't decide immediately because I understand that. So about 5 years ago, I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was at my wit's end, and she kind of had slowed down, just pushing it. And so I was like, I wonder if she's still up and what that stuff would really do for me. I was going to go to the Mayo Clinic, y'all, or to the Cleveland Clinic or something to try to figure out what was going on. Okay. I had been diagnosed with fibro, depression, anxiety, chronic pain, migraines, a whole plethora of things. I was on over 15 different medicines, and I was on like the ones with the bad side effects. Okay. And when I started, I told her, I'll buy the whole big package, but don't you expect to be making anything from me because I'm going to send it all back, you know? And so I just, because nothing had worked, you guys, nothing had worked for me. And I'm talking pain wise, I ran the gambit from ibuprofen all the way up to methadone, the stuff that killed Anna Nicole Smith. Okay. So when I tell you I was on major drugs, I was. And 4 days in, 4 days in, my Jesus product is ease. And that product has saved my life. I could get emotional about it. I'm going to try not to get emotional about it, but that product saved my life. So fast forward a year later, I still didn't share. I still did not share. I was like, I come from a military law enforcement. My husband was in the military and law enforcement, and we did not talk about our life online, period. So people didn't know hardly anything about me. And that's another thing. You don't have to have a huge social media following to do this. There are people, there are nurses. There is a nurse I can name on here who had less than 100 people that were following her. And she now is one of the most successful people in this business. So that is, it is very possible. It's possible. I wanted to get my products paid for, and so I reached out to my girl, and she said, well, we just happen to be doing this Freedom From event. So I want you to write up your post on this Freedom From. Y'all, I took 3 weeks to write that post. 3 weeks. It had to be perfection. And it's the worst post I've ever made. Okay. Like, just full disclosure, it's still up. You can do Freedom From and see it, my stuff, but I'm telling you, it's not really the word. Well, it's just, it wasn't me. It wasn't, I tried to make it so perfect. And guys, I am not perfect. Look at my hair, look at all the things. Like, it's okay not to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to use this. It's definitely, most people come because they've got a problem, but to share it, when I saw that after 4 days, that what it had done, what it was doing, I could crochet again after 4 days. I hadn't been able to crochet for years. And so when I saw that, I started feeling selfish for not sharing. And that's when I put out, I did the Freedom From post. I didn't die. Like, I did not die. It was okay. It didn't get a lot of reaction, but I didn't die. So I put out a before and after. And that before and after has made me more money than anything I've ever spent on this. And so it is important to me, but my people take a picture when they get their stuff. Okay. And I just tell them, you don't ever have to post it. I was never going to post my before picture, you know, but it was so remarkable that when I shared it, it was like, send me, send me, send me, send me. And so that's what really started off with me. And I did get my products paid for. I moved up through a couple of the ranks. I am at what the rank that they call a senior gold. Okay. And I've been there for a year or so. I work this part-time. I just open my mouth and share. If somebody is complaining on their timeline, I just say, I'm so glad I found something that helps me naturally with my migraines. And that's it. And then they say, will you tell me more? Will you tell me more? And I take it into the private message, you know. It's just that simple. But for the first even 3 years, I put my girl that got me in this in a three-way chat with all the people because I did not have confidence to recommend something to somebody. I didn't feel that yet. And so you get yourself a power partner, you get yourself a friend, you get yourself your sponsor if they agree to get in a three-way chat with you, because then they can take over, and that's how you learn. That's how you learn what treats migraines. That's how you learn what treats depression. That's how you learn what treats anxiety, or what treats PCOS or inflammation or hair loss or cancer, whatever. You need to be in a conversation with your upline or your friend. If you don't have an upline that is supportive like that, find you a friend and just say, hey, would you be in this three-way conversation so that I can make sure I'm saying the right thing and they're doing the right thing? Like, that is, to me, what's important. And that's what I do for my people. And that's how I just started sharing. I just said, listen, you don't have to be in this by yourself. You get me. And they use that. They use me. And it's just been such a blessing. Like the woman that texted her, that was us, y'all. My husband worked and was paid a state salary and a military salary. If you know that, that's very hard to make a living and raise 3 children. And so we shopped once a month, grocery shopped at the beginning of the month. And I would put hot dogs and mac and cheese, boxes of those quarter mac and cheeses back for the end of the month, because I knew that my family would go through all of the food that we bought for the month, and there was not going to be any our month ran out before our money ran out before our month. Okay. And so I would cook 1 box of mac and cheese and cut up a hot dog and make it into like the little pieces. And then I'd make it into little quarters. And that's what we ate as a family of 5 for dinner. And so I understand what Brenda was saying about that young mother. And that's what the gold is in this company. Is we are not about selling our products to you. We're not about, you've got to have this, like that's padding our bank account. What every single one of us on here is in here to help someone else feel better and be able to buy something for their family if that's what they want. Be able to go on cruises or trips. This is my 3rd trip that I've earned with this company. Okay. I did not travel with my kids. We went down to the beach and in Texas, and that's where our vacation was for 30 years, which I am very thankful about. That we now own a house down there. Okay. So things do come full circle. There is hope. And contact the people that invited you to this, because that is how you will get started. And Rebecca's going to explain that again in a minute. If you have any questions, please put them in there. And yes, the bonuses, the comp plans, what Rebecca was talking about was the bonuses. Okay. That doesn't even count your regular money that you make on the reg every month from these people. Okay. So she's talking about bonuses. You can get in, get paid immediately. Our company pays 8 times a month. And so she's going to tell you about that. But if you have any questions, please contact us. We will all be happy to help you.
I love it. Thank you so much, Babette. You just perfect stories for today. Um, so yeah, I've got yeah, so yeah, we'll just quickly go over the bonuses, like I said, apart from the commission for their monthly order. You really have passive income, which is such an amazing concept with this company. And so I just wanted to show you how to first you're going to choose your starter combo, and then of course, you'll reach out to the person that invited you, but just one more. This is what I wanted to go over today. What we love to recommend starting with, and in Canada, it's a little different, but is the triplex and trim. So we've got a combo that will hit all the gut health aspects, is going to hit that liver detox. It's just going to hit so many areas. I'm going to make it real quick because I know we've been half hour, so I don't want to belabor the point, but get with the person that shared this with you, because they're going to customize a combo for you that will work for what you're struggling with. So, huge thing this month. We only have a few days left for it. Free reset. So that's amazing value right there. 3 days, you do everything in the box, and it just resets your metabolism, and it does a liver cleanse at the same time. People feel amazing, like the brain fog, the cravings. It's just pretty incredible. So hit that while you can. And does anybody have any questions before, and then I can stop recording, and then if you want to stay on longer. So thank you again so much, Brenda. Thank you, Babette. We're just so blessed to be in a company with the most amazing, really the most amazing people. I just love it. So let's do this, and I will go ahead and stop the recording, and then anybody can jump on and we can chat for a bit.